Welcome everyone, Speed Play here, finally with another match on TCO. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and this is my second match with 88 Gelu. I did this a week previous, but I'm really glad I'm having the chance to do it now. And so, my deck is my Flying Fury deck. As always, links to both our decks on Trace Codes Online will be in the description below. 88 Yellow is using his Ani deck. I should probably link both our deck profile videos in here as well. And so anyways, my deck is just based around Warbeasts, Delminrin. I have two Uberons, Ranon and Appalay, Airspeed, basic stuff. 88 Gelu's deck is an Ani deck, and it's based around water and wisdom. And so you can see he's got Lemon Call there for another Fluid Morph. His Swift doesn't really come into play in this match though. Beacon for his annoying ability, but there's a little wrinkle in that later, and I'll show you why, which Gelu missed and I missed. Neither of us ever thought about this when we were playing the match, and when I was watching his recording I didn't think about it, but you'll see in a couple minutes. So we got two Akubras, the Baton, I'm just in my hand. If you can see our Carnivore's Keening, Malia Mirage, the Symphony in the Guard, Gear Glissando, Cadence Clash, and Armament Adagio. And when we were playing this was a fairly long match. The percentage I'm running this at right now for you guys is 200%. It took us 2 hours to play this match, just for some perspective. The one Ani Yellow Guard's Projection, the one Chieftain in his deck, which isn't really a big deal since he got the 1 minion. So he's got Shard of the Staunch on the back of Koopa, Magma Shard on the front to defend. So both of them can defend Ani, but the back one defends Beacon and Flagging. So Lingering Monsoon comes up, Ranon casts the Gear Glissando on my Apple's Flower. So the flower goes face up, I sack it, and Apple gets 2 counters, so I'm covered for Recklessness. And then, although I shouldn't have used Apple's counter there, cast Armament Adagio, which messes up Go for the entire match, because I swapped the Baton with the Magma Shard, so that Akubra isn't going to be able to defend Ani, and then even if Ani wins, he won't be able to flip himself in order to become the 200 in all stats, 100 in energy, sacrifice mutant your opponent's sacrifice creature. So anyways, I want to take Ani out fast, and so Uberon's energy will go to 95 because he has fire and water. Ani does. And he's going to have to play his attacks at random. So I do Poison Sphere for 15. Plays Delirium for 5. Oh, I think it should have done nothing. Air Assault for another 15 damage. At this point, this battle's pretty much going my way. Still have 70 energy. I just toss the flying advantage because it doesn't really matter when I get it out of my hand. My hand's pretty good right now. I got Turbulence Funnel and Slash Claw, like my two most powerful attacks. So I just draw the Marksman. So I wish I'd gotten another attack there, but just play the Turbulence Funnel with Kodum. So I move over my Ninrin to block his Lemon Call from attacking Ren, because the Bronze Fight doesn't activate if your opponent has Swift only for range. And the Chime Grid, Thermal Counter on Appalay, Lemon Call versus Aerodrone and Ninrin. So plays Caustic Cascade for 20 damage. So I'm at 50. Play Poison Sphere. I could have played, I think if I had played Slash Claw on my first attack, he might not have played his Tainted Thunderstorm. He might have still played it, but yeah, he probably still would have played it, but maybe I would have sent a message, and then he would have just been like, eh. But yeah. Never know. Most damage my Slash Claw did in this match was only 35 Uberon. So I decided to heal Nirin with Rainon's counter so I could play an air attack and then use the Aerodrome to rearrange my attack deck. But he just codes me with Insanity there for 20 damage. So that was disappointing. And so Luminkall moves up. Alright, and this next bit is the little wrinkle we see. So Storm from Leering Monsoon comes up. He would get initiative, but he's already experienced how annoying this location could be. So he's going to spend 2 of Flagam's counters there on his third ability in order to make me reveal an active location. And now what he was thinking and what I was thinking was that Beacon's minion ability would activate, which is what we do, but since Ani is coded, his minion ability is no longer active, which means he's just using his regular ability, so my location should not have changed. So you'll see it's going to come up in a second, but the Storm Tunnel should have stayed there, but neither of us noticed it, because we were being silly. And this match would have had almost, I guarantee, 100% different outlook by the end, if we had realized that, hey, Chieftain's dead. He comes back, but for the bits where he's gone and we're still using Beacon's ability, it's really stupid. God, and I'm just noticing this as I'm recording it. I didn't even notice this at, like, when I was screen recording it. So what I do is I screen record and then I do my audio. Didn't notice it until just now. God. So irritating. And it's the most irritating minion ability ever. When you get initiative, then your opponent gets a location, then you just keep going until your opponent's creature gets initiative. So you pretty much never get your location. And so we're doing, sorry for my rage there, we're doing Power Leash Ninrin versus Luminkall in the Overworld Library. He just played a Flash Kick, so he puts Allguard's Path underneath the Nithar's Foothold. So Ani's going to come back. So for the most part, for a few more battles at least, Beacon's minion ability will be activated. But there are times, or at least 2 or 3 times, where we use his minion ability and we shouldn't have. I'm mad at myself for not noticing it, but I'm also mad at Gelu for not noticing it, because that's just extremely irritating. And so we're going at it, he plays, oh, when he played that Aqua Recoil, again, he could have moved a counter off of Afflate, because it just says 2 creatures controlled by the same player. So that would have reduced my Recklessness coverage from Afflate. So I'm also glad he didn't notice that. And so my Ninrin is winning this battle. If you can see the little energy numbers in the bars below the chat section. I have 70 energy, he has 15, and so then I'm just playing my zeros. Plus I'm getting the additional 5 damage off the Power Leash, so everything is just coming up gold right in this battle. He still has 5 energy left though. And this is really annoying because he plays his Mind Sync fine, his hand's pretty decent. But then I draw because I have to code him now. I'm going to code him guaranteed, but I have to waste my Primal Smash on it. But that was the only thing I could really play because I want to keep the air and speed bit around. And so Ninrin gets low Luminkall, so less major counters for him. But he played his Aftermath Feint earlier, so he gets to draw and discard 2 attack cards. Which is nice because usually when I use an Aftermath Feint, it never comes up when I'm gonna die, and then sometimes I'll just forget to use it when I do die and I've played it. And so the super annoying Nithar's Foothold pops up. So he gets to revive his Ani, and then he's going to have to put it in the spot on his side of the board next to Uberon. It's a really good location. I don't actually have the location. I don't have a card of that location, which really annoys me. My brother has it. He's used it to good effect against me. It's a really awesome location. Reviving a creature for a rare is great. Plus minions and Merlians get to Water 5, but I don't have a card of that. So anyways, Ani's revived, but he is battle gearless, but he tries to play Tune of Zerium, and he's trying to use it like an armament out of Geo, but explain that's not how it works, because he wants to swap the baton and on a Kubra and put it onto Ani. But he can't do that, because that's not how it works. And then he asks for redo because he says he wouldn't have attacked Uberon with Ani otherwise, and so being the awesome guy that I am, I give him the redo, so it's gonna be a Kubra versus Uberon. And so Uberon was really a tank for me in this match. He's gaining 10 energy of fight, putting him at 85. And I've still got Slash Claw in my hand, so he's gonna have Water 5, and he's got the Wisdom Edge on me, but I'm still gonna be able to get damage in. So he plays Rain Spears for 35, so right now he's just narrowed the energy gap extremely. So I was trying to get Hurricane out of my hand, make him think he's secure by playing a 0, but then I've got Slash Claw, which doesn't matter if I have air. But he does me 25. Into minus strike. So yeah, he lots of points. He was dealing 20, 25, 30 damage in this match, which is really scary. But I get to 35 damage with Slash Claw in order to code him. Alright, so maybe I was a bit premature on my rage earlier. So at this point, good. Beacon's mini ability is activated, so we get Brawler's Burrow. So then we have to shuffle our attacks. Fine, I wouldn't have gotten that Broken Edge in this case. And then we're gonna have to change to Brawler's Burrow because obviously my Warbeasts have an edge in speed. But since Akubra was coated with the baton, as soon as he engages with Ani, then he will be able to use the Tune of Zerium to bring back the baton. So I'm remembering correctly. That's what it's used for. Oh yeah, right, because he sacrifices Beacon's Vile Liquid Thought, so it's all good. So we're just shuffling our decks together. And as soon as he engages, we gotta change so I won't get any outperform. Neither will he. Chime Grade, which is good. I always want to have counters on Amplay. And so it was my attack when we first started, and so I took Ninrin into Ani, and then now he's to Zerium. So now it's going to be 85 energy Ninrin with Power Leash versus an Ani with his baton and mutual support. Plus he's got a decent hand. Each of those attacks, the Rage of Ani and Costa, are going to deal 25 damage, so I'm in trouble, because he's going to do me 50 and 2 attacks. My hand is okay. I might sub out one of the progressive speeds here for an acceleration, but I kind of don't want it just because of the Aerodrone. Or I might just sub out the Aerodrone altogether. It's kind of an annoying gear. And Ninrin is such a good creature because you can give him so many different battle gear. You can give him Power Leash, obviously, Windstrider, Evergreen Tunic, Berithian Axe. So what's going on here? I played Melody Mirage on his Mind Strike. Oh yeah, and I think you could just play the Sky Song there. You guys saw it. Anyways, because Ani's wisdom is only 45, and so he didn't dispel my Mirage because he's trying to save for when he has to call Ani if he wins this battle. So I play Poison Sphere for 20. We are fairly close, not really, but he still has his Song Resurgence. I don't have any more counters on Renin, and then if I play the Carnivore's Keening, then I will have more weapons than I have coverage from the Conjurers. So this was a nail-biting battle right here, because we both duking it out pretty good. But then I get this super crummy hand with Vapor Wipeout, which I want to get rid of forever. I decided to play Flying Advantage just to heal, but I already had guessed he'd probably have Pussy the Butterfly, which is what the Crowd Crush does. So I decided to use a counter, play Armament again on the Baton. And so, firstly, since the burst hasn't resolved yet, this is all going to work out nicely. So he plays Calling of Ani, which technically he shouldn't have. If we were online, that wouldn't work since the battle's over. But I cadence it, and so Ani doesn't flip. That goes to discard, the refrain goes back in his hand, and their battle gear switches. But I lose my favorite Ninrin, because this is my one that has max speed, and he had the Power Leash, so I was really annoyed. But now Ani has the Shard of the Staunch, which is pretty much useless. And so now my only two fighters are the two Uberons, so I just moved up the Bronze Light one. The Oligarch's Path, which would have been useful for Gelud in that last battle. And so at this point, it's a bit of a toss-up, but I'm thinking I have the edge because I have two fighters, he has two fighters, but my fighters are a bit better since they're going to gain energy. And I've cycled through a bunch of my zeros already, and so I'm just kind of waiting for the Slash Claw and Turbulence Funnel to pop back up. And then he's leaving his location again, another freaking Ethar's Foothold. I don't know why his Changrid was face up in his location deck. But anyways, I get Blind Fury, so now my better attacks are going to start to pop up. And his hand isn't too good. He's gonna win that Wisdom Challenge, I believe. So that's 10 damage, but 2 Fluid Flames are gonna help him out. That Hurricane seemed to pop up more than some of my other attacks put together. He gets his Aftermath Feint, so absolutely none of these attacks are gonna do anything to his hand. So I got the Vapor Wipeout, I draw Marksman's. Gets his Piercing Brilliance, but he decides to play the Aftermath Feint because it's not looking good right now. Oh wait, this battle is wait, this battle is Akubra versus Ubron, isn't it? I believe it is. I think I've been miscalling this. Yeah, it was it was Akubra versus Ubron. My bad. So Polar Forest, which would have been useful earlier, because then I could have gotten in there with the Ninrins. But the Nithar's Foothold pops up anyway. No, actually, yeah. Alright, so Beacon's minion ability being used incorrectly is only an issue 2 or 3 times in this match, but I think it's all good. Yeah, fail there because I didn't put the Broken Edge on the bottom of my location deck. So, alright, pretty sure this is Ani versus Uberon now. He draws Rain Spears, I play Turbulence Funnel. He gets Rage of Ani. For 25. Yeah, most of my... Okay, this is one thing I was really annoyed about. I should have... If I had played that Symphony of the Guard before I played my Turbulence Funnel, then Ani would have been coated by now. Which isn't really that big a deal since I win this battle anyways, but then I might have saved an attack. Okay, yeah, so I think I got everything straight now. So now I've just got him down to 2 support creatures versus my tank Warbeast and my less of a tank Warbeast. So the Refractorium comes up, which is really great for me because I get to get Streak Shock and Searing Winds on my hand, and I get 2 Air Assaults. But he draws his Tainted, which, since both of his guys have counters and my Uberons don't, that Tainted's going to do 50 damage whenever he plays it. And he's going to get an initiative. So it's not really good. So he attacks the softer Uberon because he can headshot him pretty much. I was at 60, and that takes me down to 10. So I just have to play the Air Assault, and then he just plays Invaders Tactics to code me. Although I do draw Slash Claw. So I'm still pretty confident I can win since I've 2 attacks, I got 50 damage. I was hoping one of my Chime Grids pops up so I can play the Carnivore's Keening and get 20 more damage on the Slash Claw. So he just has to shuffle, because he has to. So I'm not sure there's anything else I should talk about. I really do like the way this deck plays. One thing, I might just sub in another Lores or my Bow's Arsenal, because those would be useful. And then he's messing around with his location deck. So yeah, I should have gotten Broken Edge. Beacon's ability shouldn't have kicked in there, so that's time number 2 or 3, whenever this happens. In the end, it doesn't make a difference, because I do end up winning this match, but it's still annoying, because I was really stressed. Like, it was 2 hours of near the last, like, third of this match. It was some seriously intense times. Like, I was almost pulling on my hair, because I thought he would draw his Tainted and code on my guys, and I'd be pretty much screwed, because I only have the Bronze Flame Uberon left. But luckily, that didn't happen. So Castle Bodrin, which he just added. He doesn't have the physical card, but he just asked me if it was okay to add, so I said okay. So I bring back my Symphony of the Guard, though I don't have any counter rune to play it, because Appling needs to have at least 1 counter, and then Renin covers the additional 10 innately, so that Uberon's Rifles can stay covered. So he draws Rain Spears, and that's going to do 30 damage. Beacon versus Uberon in the Oligarch's path. So that brings me down to 55 right off the bat. So I got my Primal Smash, but I have to shuffle. So this is a pretty decent hand right now. I can code his beacon with all the attacks I have in my hand. So at this point, I pretty much realize it's over. He has like almost zero chance of winning from this point. But it was still a really good match. Gelu made a bunch of mods to this deck. Some I thought were pretty good. Oni decks, they can vary. Most of them are usually Wisdom or just all water. Maybe some Courage. Depends if you want to change it up. I don't know. If I ever get an Oni, I'll definitely make a deck with it. So it places Piercing Brilliance for 15, and then I play my Slash Claw just to get it over with, because I know I can beat his Flycam. And I'll get my location, so that's also going to be an advantage, because the beacon will be gone. So I'm at 30, he's at 20, I play the Blind Fury. Plays Corral Crush, just slightly wearing him down. That Hurricane again. That Hurricane was like the death of me in this match. It came up so much, it was the most annoying attack. It came up so much more. I swear, I drew it like 6 times. And the lowers comes up, so all the general discard piles are removed, so no more reviving, no more music returning, and no nothing. So this is one of the matches where I truly see the usefulness of lures, because other decks I'm like, I might as well just put a lures in here, maybe because it's separate locations, or I just kind of feel obligated. Now I see the value of it, because I'm like, I was facing a Dini and Compost. When I did face a Gelu's Dini and Compost deck in our first match, I had lures in there, but that didn't pop up, which would make things a lot easier. So I might just start running double lures in more of my decks, just because it's pretty darn useful. And it's always good to have a Mirage location. Rule of thumb, for almost any deck you made, try to have at least one Mirage location in case your opponent has an annoying Mirage, and then you can have yours come down and get rid of theirs. So Brawler's Burrow is the location once again, which means our attack decks shuffle, so potential to get Slash Claw and Turbulence Funnel back. But for him, his Tainted and his other great attacks as well. But Flygamp has low-ish wisdom. I think his max is 55. So he's not going to really have that much of a chance. So I get initiative, and attack 10 is okay. So I just play the Air Assault for 15. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bad. I'm really used to talking like this. His Delirium. I have a major advantage in energy at this point, and I drew the progressive speed for it's going to do 25 damage. Alright, so we're drawing near the end. I still have the major advantage in energy. Although Spears for 20. I get both Marksman's and Flygamp is code. Match done. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a great time doing this match. Uberan was a tank for me. Try to get some more cards and do a card opening video for you guys. Gelu, good game. Thanks for the match. Thank you everybody for watching. Speed Player A out. Peace. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.